everyone, annyeong chinguya. My name is Vien and welcome to my vlog. For today's video, I'll be sharing to you how to accomplish the DS-160 form or the online non-immigrant visa application form for your US tourist visa application. This DS-160 form is important because your interview question will be based from the answer you inputted on this form. So you have to make sure that all the details are correct and complete, especially the information regarding your relatives and friends who invited you to the US. I will make another video about the top interview question for US tourist visa and how to answer them, so please watch out for that. For the meantime, if you are ready to accomplish the DS-160 form, or if you just want to know what are the details you need to have before you start to complete one, please continue watching. I'll be sharing my screen so you can see what it looks like. See you later! So I have already shared the screen. I hope you can see it clearly. Let's paste the link for the DS-160 form. I also pasted the link on the description box below. You can copy and paste it. Once on the site, this is how it will look like. First thing to do is choose the location where the visa will be applied. Let's choose Philippines, Manila. The page will reload to generate new code, then enter the code shown. Then click the Start an Application button below. On the next page, Computer Fraud and Abuse Act notice. All you have to do is tick the checkbox button next to I agree. Scroll down to see the application information. You can see your application ID. For this example, it is the AA00C605UB. Copy and keep this application ID because you will need it when you schedule your visa interview. You also have to nominate a security question and answer just in case the page time out or the site refreshes. You can go back to this application. To retrieve the application, you need to enter the application ID, answer the security question, input the 5 first letter of your last name, and enter your birth year. Once you nominate a security question and answer, click the Continue button. On the next page, Personal Information 1, type your last name, given name, enter your full name in native alphabet, or you can just click the Does Not Apply checkbox button. But for this example, I typed the full name of this dummy account. On the next question, have you ever used other names, either maiden name, religious, professional, or alias? If yes, just provide the appropriate information. But for this example, I'll just choose no. Next question, do you have a tally code that represents your name? I'll just choose no. Then select your sex or gender. After that, choose the marital status. I'll just choose single. For the date and place of birth, choose the birthday, type the city and province of your birthplace, and select the country you were born. Once done, click the next button. On the next page, Personal Information 2, choose your country of origin or nationality. I will choose Philippines. Next question, do you hold or have held any nationality other than your country of origin indicated above? Choose the appropriate answer and provide details if yes. But for this example, I'll choose no. Next question, are you a permanent resident of a country other than your country of origin indicated above? Choose the appropriate answer if yes, and then provide details. So I'll just choose no again. For national identification number, if you know your national ID number, type it here. If none, just click the Does Not Apply checkbox. Same thing for the US Social Security number and US taxpayer ID number. If you don't have those information, just tick the Does Not Apply checkbox. After that, click the Next button. On the next page, Travel Information. For the purpose of trip to the US, choose Temporary Business Pleasure Visitor or the one with the B. After that, a new drop box will appear to specify which category. Let's choose tourism/medical treatment or B2. On the next question, have you made specific travel plans? Let's click yes even if you are unsure. You may provide estimated dates. For arrival flight, you can leave it blank. For the arrival city, choose your city of destination. I'll type in New York. For the departure flight, select the estimated date too. You may also leave the departure flight blank. On the departure city, you can type in a different one, but for this example, I'll also type in New York. For provide the location you plan to visit in the US, you may type the landmarks, building, and parks. You can input as many as you want. I'll provide 3 examples: Empire State Building, Central Park, and Statue of Liberty, since these are located in New York. For address where you will be staying in the US, you may input your family or friend's address. If you don't have any relatives or friends to visit, you can input the address of your hotel where you will be staying. For person/entity paying for your trip, choose the appropriate answer if you have sponsor, either a relative or an organization. I'll just choose self for this example. After that, click the next button. On the next page, travel companions information. On the question, are there other person traveling with you? If yes, another question will appear. Are you traveling as a part of a group or organization? If your answer is yes, type in the organization's name. If no, enter the person's detail traveling with you, their first name, last name, and relationship to you. You can add as many as you want. For this example, I'll just choose no. Then click the next button. On the next page, previous US travel information. Answer the following question. Have you ever been in the US? Since this is for the first time applicant, I'll choose no. Have you ever been issued a US visa? I'll choose no again. For question, have you ever been refused a US visa or been refused admission to the United States or withdrawn your application for admission at the port of entry? I'll just choose no. Last question, has anyone ever filed an immigrant petition on your behalf with the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services? I'll choose no. So if you have other answer on this page or a yes answer, just provide the details, and once done, click the next button. On the next page, address and phone information. Type your home address such as your street address, city, state or province, postal code or zip code. Then select the country. For mailing address, is your mailing address the same as your home address? If yes, click yes. If no, provide your mailing address. For phone number, input either landline or mobile number. You may input your work phone number or click the does not apply checkbox. For email address, type in the email address where you want to receive your correspondence or notification. For the next question, have you used any other email in the last 5 years? Choose the appropriate answer and provide details. If none, choose no. For social media, provide the link of your social media account or the username, handle, or other identifier that would show your social media. You can provide as many as you want. This can be helpful to prove your relationship to the person who invited you, so they can see that you really know each other. For the next question, do you wish to provide information about your presence on any other websites or application you have used within the last 5 years to create or share content, photos, videos, status updates, etc.? Choose the appropriate answer if you have other social media presence. If none, choose no. Once done, click the next button. On the next page, passport information. Choose your passport type. I'll select regular. Then type your passport number. For passport book number, just tick the does not apply checkbox. Country/authority that issued passport is already auto-populated. For this example, it shows Philippines. For question, where was the passport/travel document issued? Type in the city your passport was issued. You may also type the province if shown on the passport, or you can just leave it blank. As for the country that issued the passport, it is also auto-populated. After that, select the issuance date and expiration date of your passport. Last question on this page, have you ever lost a passport or had one stolen? Choose the appropriate answer. If yes, provide details. If none, just choose no, then click the next button. On the next page, US point of contact information. Input the name of your contact person, whether a relative, friend, or organization. If you don't know anyone, you may input the name of your accommodation, such as a hotel. Then select their relationship to you. After that, a new set of questions will appear: address and phone number of point of contact. Provide their US address and phone number. For this example, I failed to tick that do not know checkbox under the organization name, and you can see that the system prompted me to provide an information or tick the do not know checkbox. I'll tick the do not know checkbox, then click the next button again. On the next page, family information, relatives. Provide your father's full name and date of birth. Answer the question, is your father in the US? So I'll just choose no. After that, also provide your mother's full name and date of birth, and also answer if your mother is in the US. I'll choose no again. On the next question, do you have any immediate relatives, not including parents, in the United States? Immediate relatives means fiancé, spouse, child, or siblings. So for this example, I'll choose yes, and then provide their surname, given name, relationship, and their status in the US. I'll choose sibling and US citizen. You can input as many as you want, but for now, I'll input one and then click the next button. On the next page, present work, education, training information. Select the primary occupation or industry type. I'll choose business and then provide present employer name. After that, provide the address, phone number, and country of your present work. You also need to provide the start date and monthly income in local currency. Last one is to provide a brief description of your duties. Once done, click the next button. On the next page, previous work, education, training information. I will provide made-up employment details too, so I'll choose yes. And then another set of questions will appear, employer/employment information. I'll provide the needed information such as the employer name, their address, country, telephone number. You also have to input your previous job title, your previous supervisor's surname and given names, your employment start and end date, and a brief description of your duties. You can add other previous employment details, but for this example, I'll just use one. On the next question, have you attended any educational institution at a secondary level or above? If yes, input the necessary details such as name of institution, address, country, course of study, date of attendance. You may add another educational institution. For this example, I'll just create one. If you don't have any secondary education, just choose no. After that, click the next button. On the next page, additional work, education, training information. First question, do you belong to a clan or a tribe? Choose the appropriate answer. For this one, I'll choose no. On the language name, input the language you speak. You can add more than one. On the next question, have you traveled to any other countries within the last 5 years? If yes, provide details. If none, choose no. Next question, have you belonged to, contributed to, or worked for any professional, social, or charitable organization? Choose the appropriate answer. If yes, provide details. If none, choose no. For the following questions, do you have any specialized skills or training such as firearms, explosive, nuclear, biological, or chemical experience? Have you ever served in the military? Have you ever served in, been a member of, or been involved with a paramilitary unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, guerrilla group, or insurgent organization? For these questions, answer appropriately. Give details if your answers are yes. If none, choose no. And for this example, I'll just choose no for all of them. Then click the next button. On the next page, security and background part 1. For this part, the questions are about health background. If your answer to one of the questions is yes, provide complete and accurate details. Answering yes does not automatically make you ineligible for a visa. As long as you provide the details, they will determine if you are eligible or not.
First question, do you have a communicable disease of public health significance? Communicable diseases of public significance include chancroid, gonorrhea, granuloma inguinale, infectious leprosy, lymphogranuloma venereum, infectious stage syphilis, active tuberculosis, and other diseases as determined by the Department of Health and Human Services. Second question, do you have a mental or physical disorder that poses or is likely to pose a threat to the safety or welfare of yourself or others? Third question, are you or have you ever been a drug abuser or addict?
So for this example, I'll just choose no, then click the next button. On the next page, Security and Background Part 2. The questions are about your criminal background. I will answer no to all of them, but I'll still read all the questions. So there are 7 questions. First question is, have you ever been arrested or convicted for any offense or crime, even though subject of a pardon, amnesty, or other similar action? Second question is, have you ever violated or engaged in a conspiracy to violate any law relating to controlled substance? Third question is, are you coming to the United States to engage in prostitution or unlawful commercialized vice? Or have you been engaged in prostitution or procuring prostitutes within the last 10 years? Fourth question, have you ever been involved in or do you seek to engage in money laundering? Fifth question, have you ever committed or conspired to commit a human trafficking offense in the United States or outside the United States? Sixth question is, have you ever knowingly aided, abetted, assisted, or colluded with an individual who has committed or conspired to commit a severe human trafficking offense in the United States or outside the United States? Last question is, are you the spouse, son, or daughter of an individual who has committed or conspired to commit a human trafficking offense in the United States or outside the United States? And have you, within the last 5 years, knowingly benefited from the trafficking activities? Once done answering this question, click the next button. On the next page, Security and Background Part 3, Continuation of Criminal Background. Again, I'll answer no to all of the questions, but we'll read them one by one. Provide appropriate details if you have a yes answer. First question, do you seek to engage in espionage, sabotage, export control violation, or any other illegal activity while in the U.S.? Next question, do you seek to engage in terrorist activities while in the U.S. or have you ever engaged in terrorist activities? Next question, have you ever or do you intend to provide financial assistance or other support to terrorist or terrorist organization? Next question, are you a member or representative of a terrorist organization? Next question, are you the spouse, son, or daughter of an individual who has engaged in terrorist activity, including providing assistance or other support to terrorists or terrorist organization in the last 5 years? Next question, have you ever ordered, incited, committed, assisted, or otherwise participated in genocide? Next question, have you ever committed, ordered, incited, assisted, or otherwise participated in torture? Next question, have you committed, ordered, incited, assisted, or otherwise participated in extrajudicial killings, political killings, or other acts of violence? Next question, have you ever engaged in the recruitment or the use of child soldiers? Next question, have you, while serving as a government official, been responsible for or directly carried out at any time particularly severe violation of religious freedom? Next question, have you ever been directly involved in the establishment or enforcement of population controls forcing a woman to undergo an abortion against her free choice or a man or a woman to undergo sterilization against his or her free will? Last question, have you ever been directly involved in the coercive transplantation of human organs or bodily tissue? Provide appropriate details if you have a yes answer. Once done, click the next button. On the next page, Security and Background Part 4, there are 2 questions related to visa and deportation. First question is, have you ever sought to obtain or assist others to obtain a visa, entry into the United States or any other United States immigration benefited by fraud or willful misrepresentation or other unlawful means? Second question, have you ever been removed or deported from any country? Choose the appropriate answer and provide details if your answer is yes. For this example, I'll just choose no, then click the next button. On the next page, Security and Background Part 5, there are 3 questions. I'll read it first. Have you ever withheld custody of a U.S. citizen child outside the United States from a person granted legal custody by a U.S. court? Second question, have you voted in the United States in violation of any law or regulation? Third question, have you ever renounced United States citizenship for the purpose of avoiding taxation? Answer appropriately and provide details if you have a yes answer. If none, just choose no and then click the next button. On the next page, upload photo. This is the required 2x2 photos. You may take them at a photo studio. Just tell them that it is for a US visa application and they'll know what to do. In addition, it's better to have it done in a studio than to do it by yourself, since there are required standards and you need to have a print copy of your photo. If you already have a photo, just click the upload photo button. You will be prompted to the next page. Click the choose file button. I will upload a sample photo of me, then click the next button. The next page will tell you if the uploaded photo passed the quality standards. Once accepted, you may click the next button to confirm your uploaded photo. Click the next button to review the details and information you input and filled out on your DS-160 form. If there are details to be updated or edited, you may click the edit link on the right side per category. Click next to review other information until the sign and submit page. You'll have to review your personal address, phone, passport details, travel details, US contact, family, work education training, the security and background, and also the location. On the Sign and Submit page, answer if anyone assisted you in filling out the application. Choose the appropriate answer. If none, choose no. For e-signature, enter your passport number and enter the code shown to certify that all the information are true and correct. Then click the Sign and Submit application button to electronically sign your application. You will be prompted that you have successfully signed and submitted your application and you cannot make any changes. If ever you have any changes on your DS-160 form, you will have to create a new one. Once done, click the next button to complete the application process. On the next page, confirmation. This is the confirmation of your accomplished DS-160 form or the online non-immigrant visa application. On this page, you will see your uploaded photo, name provided, date of birth, place of birth, gender, country of origin, passport number, purpose of travel, completed date, confirmation number, location selected. You will see a barcode with your DS-160 confirmation number, which will be used to schedule an appointment interview to the US Embassy. On this page, you also have the option to print the confirmation page, print the DS-160 application, or email the confirmation page. And this is the end of our DS-160 form completion tutorial. And that's the end of our DS-160 form completion tutorial. I hope this video helps you. If you have any question, you can type them at the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to be notified for another visa application tutorial. Please also like and share this to your family and friends who are planning to apply for a US tourist visa. Have a nice day, everyone! 안녕, 친구야! Bye-bye!